Unibet, det enda spelbolag som tar min sport på allvar.
We are live. Hi everyone and welcome to this week's episode of the Kimura Circle, or Kimura Cirkeln as we say in Swedish. Usually we do these shows in Swedish, but today we're going to do it in English because we have a special guest for you today. But before I introduce her, I want to introduce you to my friend, colleague, sidekick, submission wrestler, ring superstar, and Kimura's editor-in-chief, Yasser Davari. How are you?
Thanks. I'm good. Thanks. That was a nice presentation. I hope you have a nice one for Joanne, or our guest as well.
You're not going to explain how you got that cut in your nose?
I got a small cut on my nose. Everybody that's been following this show knows that I usually tell everybody that I grapple. I've grappled for about 6-7 years, but 2 weeks ago I tried Thai boxing. I kind of like it, but yesterday I got this nice cut over my nose.
Was it Nico?
No, I'm not that good to spar with Nico. I train at the same Thai boxing club that Nico Musuke trains at.
If no one's claiming it, I'll claim it.
Yeah, Joanne did it.
Okay, and to our special guest today, Joanne Calderwood. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Thanks for having me on the show. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. Where are you at? You are in Stockholm right now?
Yeah. Unfortunately, a few weeks ago I had to, well, I think it's now a week, I had to leave Scotland and come and concentrate on the last bit of my fight camp over here due to personal reasons, but I couldn't pull out this fight and I had to come here, and luckily I've got great support over here. My management's here and Taylor Events flew me over, and I'm really grateful to be here, and the most important thing is to get my training in and compete in 5 weeks in Poland.
Yeah. So you're doing your training in at the All Stars right now?
Yeah, I'm in there in the morning and then at night with the pro guys.
Yeah.
And they're pushing me really hard and very supportive, and I'm trying to keep up with them, and it's really great fun, but it's really hard, but I'm loving every second of it.
Is it difficult for you to leave your home and your country as well and come over to Sweden and stay here for so many weeks?
Like when I was back home, it wasn't kind of working out for the week that I was trying to train and stuff, so my main priority is training for this fight, so my priority was training, and I couldn't, there's something stopping me, so I just came over here, and it sounds really selfish, but that's the way I am. I know I want to give my all to the sport, so here I am, and yeah, of course it's hard to leave the home in the country back home, but I done it for tough, and this is a lot easier, and I'm around so many wonderful people, so many positive people.
Be honest now, the tough house is much better than the place that you're staying at now. You have Thomas, for God's sakes. Your manager is worse than all them girls together.
Thomas is going to kill me for saying this, but he's great. He's like proper. He's making my dinner. He's washing my clothes. He's making my bed.
Wow.
He's
he's your housewife.
He's giving me the evil eyes. I'm just kidding though. He's just been supportive, and he said I could come here, and I'm living with him, so all I really need is to train and obviously a bed, so he gave me the bed, and it's even better that it's around wonderful people, the boys, Liam and Kevin, they're really good to be around, and yeah, I'm feeling positive, even though part of my life is kind of falling apart. I'm feeling good and just focusing on the fight.
Yeah. What is the difference to train at All Stars and to train in Scotland, where you usually do your training?
It's pretty much the same. Like, we're all a family back home, and that's the vibe in the gym here. Everyone works hard and we push each other, and that's the exact same in All Stars. So, and also I train back home with all the guys, and that's what I'm doing here. So nothing really different, just obviously it's different people, but everyone's supportive and couldn't ask for any better training partners here or back home.
Yeah.
You said something about being selfish, and that's one of the things that people I don't know. It seems like a lot of MMA fighters aren't that selfish where they should and where they're supposed to be selfish, because it's not a team sport. If a team doing good, it doesn't matter if you lose. How do you embrace being selfish and egoistic? Because it's you have to be. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. 100% you have to be selfish in this sport, and I hate to be selfish, but you know, to get to a certain point in this sport, you do have to give up a lot of things, and you have to sacrifice a lot of things, and I've found out the hard way that's what happens. But at the end of the day, this is the only thing I'm good at, and I wouldn't give it up for the world. I've done it since I can remember, and I love doing it, so why not sacrifice myself, and why not give 110%, even if it costs me my life?
Well, it's not going to cost you life. Maybe a nose or two, but
a couple of black eyes and
some broken bones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we usually do these interviews. We always take the guest back and where the career started. Can you tell us why did you fall in love with MMA, and how did you get into it?
I got into it through Thai boxing. I was Thai boxing. I was trying to get as many Thai boxing fights as possible, and it was a lot of politics at the time that I was competing, and I was like chasing the number one spot, and she was like not for fighting me, and I was like, come on, like I want to like fight for the number one spot. And as I got to the kind of level I got to in Thai boxing, the fights started fading out, and I was like looking for a new challenge, and that's when I started doing jiu-jitsu. And then I started falling in love with jiu-jitsu, and then it was just I got the bug for MMA because I started doing wrestling, and then I was putting everything together, and then I think it definitely is just a bug, and I got it, and I started watching it, and then yeah, it took me a long time to get my first fight, but in the end I got my first fight, and I didn't look back. I didn't look back at Thai boxing. I was like, nah, this is my life now.
Okay.
You have 9 straight wins in MMA. Out of those 9 fights, which fight would you, if one of our viewers don't know who you are, and you want to tell them, you want to show them your best side, which fight would you recommend them to watch?
There's a couple of fights that are special to me. I think the most special one was my second fight in India. It was a pretty big promotion there, and it was in front of a big crowd, and I was underdog going into that fight. It was only my second fight. This girl was 8-9-0, and she had most of her wins by armbar, and she was their kind of golden girl, you know, the face of SFL. So, and I took it on short notice. I was like, fuck it, I'm going, and I'm going to win. And I went in there, and she gave me so many fouls. She headbutted me. She was grabbing the fence. She was kicking me in the face. She bit me, and you know, so if any of the viewers watch the fight, that's why I done the press ups at the end. Like I just got in the middle of the cage and done 10 press ups, because I was like showing her that I could go again, and like you should never ever get frustrated in a fight, you know. And that's what she did. She showed the world that she was a bad loser, and I think I just took a lot from that fight. And because it was only my second and I was underdog, it's always good when you beat the golden girl.
Okay, I'm gonna watch that fight.
Watch out for the press-ups.
Yeah.
They're terrible technique, but I was just like,
But you won, and that's important.
yeah.
And this was back in 2012
Yeah,
against Lina Ovch. I'm not even gonna try.
yeah, Ukrainian girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
And talking about Ukrainians, your upcoming fight is against also an undefeated Ukrainian girl called Marina Moroz, who you will face in Poland.
Yeah, she's similar style to Lena as well. She's also got a lot of, I think, 4 wins by armbar, so she's kind of the same, and same kind of size, and which is good. She's the same size as me. It's first time since Lena that I've fought someone the same size, like height-wise. We all weigh in at the same weight, but I mean like height-wise.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, when will you face her?
I fight her in 5 weeks on Saturday, April the 11th in Poland, Krakow. So I'm looking forward to that, but obviously I've got another 4.5 weeks of hard, intense training at All Stars to get through first.
Yeah. Tell us a little about. You told us that you were calm, and when you meet, when you, how can I explain this? You're not a typical fighter. You're very calm. You're very sensed, and is that a strength when you fight? You think? Is that important to have that? Because you say you don't have to get angry, frustrated in a fight.
Yeah, like this is a sport at the end of the day, and you can't go in there and just like think, oh, it's only a fight, you know. There's a lot of skill involved, there's a lot of technique, there's a lot of discipline, and you have to take that into the cage with you. You know, when I'm training, I'm in all the bad positions, and you know, I could choose, oh, bugger this, I'm not doing this, but I want to be in the positions in the gym so that when I'm ever in the cage and I'm in a bad position, I know it's cool, I've been here before, I know what to do, just stay calm, relax, and then listen to your corner, or you know what to do, you know. But when you panic, and it's just not good. You can make mistakes.
Where do you have? I mean, if someone speaks to you outside MMA gym, nobody would like guess that you're an MMA pro with nine victories. Where do you get this calm? Is it something that runs in your family, or something that's been following you all your life?
Yeah, my personality is pretty quiet, and I'm outgoing, and I think it just does come down to your personality. And I don't like any drama, and I just like to focus on good things. So yeah, the calmness just follows me, and it's always good, you know. Life's hard, and you don't need to put extra pressure or extra worry on yourself. So yeah, just stay calm and focused.
Have you ever been nervous or scared before a fight?
Yeah, every fight. I don't care who you are, you're going to be getting nervous in there.
And how do you do? What do you do to get control of that pressure and that nervous?
Stay calm.
But how? If you can explain to me.
Okay,
I've
basically,
never been in a fight or ever gone a MMA fight. How would you, if you were in my corner, what would you tell me? Yasser, be calm, do this or do that, focus on this or think about this.
we should make this happen.
Well, first I have to go to a few more months of Thai boxing. Maybe later then I can go pro fight.
Yeah. Well, basically, before I go to the venue, I'm in my hotel room. I'll watch a couple of my fights, and I'll be watching. I'll be like, right, cool. I've done all this before. You know, this is what I do, and I'll maybe listen to a few songs, get me in the zone. But the most important thing is your coach, the person that's there with you, and what they're telling you is like, you remember all the 6 weeks training you've done and all the things you've done in the gym. This is all for this fight, and you run through it in your head. You're like, yeah, man, that day I was tired, but I didn't give up, and all these thoughts go through your head, all positive and all. Obviously, the negative ones are creeping in, but you don't listen to them. You put them to the back. It's just natural that they're kind of trying to creep in and trying to scare you, but you have to listen to your coach, whatever they're telling you. And yeah, most important thing for me is just getting to the venue and then switching off from everything. You know, I'm not checking my phone or anything. I'm just listening. It's just me and my coach in there, and then obviously your training partners, and then you're getting ready, and then once you're in there, it's just you and your opponent, and then you know nothing else matters, and yeah, you're putting all your training into the bonus at the end of it, which is the fight.
If you could rank like 5 things there is, according to you, the most important thing to become a good MMA fighter, what would those 5 things be?
Okay, discipline, respect, hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. Have you got that?
Yeah.
It's the 5.
Have you got 5? Have you got the 5?
The discipline part is probably one of the parts that I don't have.
Your weakness.
Alex is actually a former karate kid, aren't you, Alex?
That is not an understatement. It's you're pushing it a bit far. I done some karate, yeah.
That's why his nickname is Wonderboy Thor, because he likes Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
Ah.
I had it before. Okay.
That's like Thomas. Did you do like 4 classes or something?
Sorry for the classes.
Did you do 4 classes of karate, or was it?
Yeah, I did. I know. I never got matches or fights. I just trained.
Okay, well, on Saturday, Thomas made me spar with this guy that he said had only had 4 judo classes, and basically he was like 120 kilos minimum.
Oh, was it on Sunday, Saturday?
Yes. Did you see the guy?
No, I haven't seen the guy, but they talked to me before I introduced them to you. Was it good?
I mean, he's done 4 classes apparently, but he's like a Highland gamer. You know, he goes and does like throws logs and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and I didn't know this, and then they're like telling me, oh yeah, he's a complete beginner. He's maybe had 4 classes in judo. I was like, okay. And I was given the whole size doesn't matter. And then when I get in there, I was like, I'm going to kill Thomas.
For those who don't know, there's a group. I don't know the name of the group, but they have a big YouTube channel. The video is going to be out there soon. They're matching up JoJo with like she said, a 120 kilo guy that's never trained. Apparently, that's what they said to me too. He's never trained MMA or martial arts at all, and they're gonna see if he can manage do anything good against a professional MMA fighter. So
in an MMA fight or a judo fight or what was it?
No, MMA fight.
MMA fight. Oh, really? How did it turn out?
Well, maybe I should wait and.
Yeah, wait for it.
Oh,
let us see the outcome.
Cliffhanger. Okay. Jojo, I would like to talk to you about your time in the Ultimate Fighter House. Can you take us through that experience? How important was the Ultimate Fighter for your career?
Uh, uh, I don't know if it was important. You know, I thought that was my only chance of getting into the UFC when they said they were signing all the 115 girls. I thought that was the only way that I would get in there and be able to fight with the best girls in my weight class. But then we all got signed. We signed the contract, and then they, like a few weeks or a few months, I don't know what it was, they signed a couple other girls like Claudia Godella. She didn't want to do the Ultimate Fighter because she wouldn't be able to make weight 3 times, potentially 3 times. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm pretty big, you know, but I didn't think about that. I had plenty of time to bring my weight down, and, you know, although I did struggle for my second fight, it never went through my head. I didn't turn it down or that, but I thought that was the only way to get in with the other girls in my weight class. So it was a bit disappointing when I heard they were signing girls anyway, because anyone that knows me, reality TV is not for me. But
You're
I mean,
too kind and you're too sweet for reality, especially that kind of reality TV, where they kind of focus on the loud, the boys or girls who are the loudest. They tend to focus on them.
yeah, completely. Yeah, so basically it was my ideal nightmare. But I mean, I don't regret it, and I mean, everything happens for a reason, and I was supposed to go in that house, and I was supposed to, I don't know, maybe I've done some sins or something that that's my punishment. But I mean, there's worse things in life that could be happening, so it was only 7 weeks in my life, and I came out, and the feedback that I got was really, really good. I was myself, and everyone liked me, and I got to train every day, although it wasn't the training I was used to. I was kind of more harder training I was used to, but it was good.
If you could say the best thing and the worst thing with being in the house, what would that be?
The worst thing was being away from positive people in my team. You know, that's what keeps me calm, as we were talking about earlier. I think it's really important to have a good support team around you and to be positive. And then the worst part, no, that was the worst part.
That was
the best.
The next worst part.
Yeah, I could go on all night for that. But the best part was, I got.
You can choose to tell another bad part, worst part, second worst part of being in the house. If you can't find any good things.
The good part was, like, I got to meet a couple of awesome people in the production, and I mean, there's some of the girls that I got on with, the international girls. I mean, they were cool, and they made the experience less hard. But the best part was being part of the history, and it was the first female all cast and all that shit.
Yeah, when you get old and you have like tons of grandchildren, you can tell them that you did MMA, female MMA before it was cool, and everybody started to doing it.
Yeah, if that's even a big thing.
Yeah.
You talked about earlier about how important the coaches are to you and the corner. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that was something that happened in the Rose fight, right? When you faced Rose and Amanjunas. Do I remember it right? That the corner didn't. You felt alone in there. Was that the words?
Yeah, you know, I was, for that fight, my weight cut wasn't good. When I was going out, it was just before Tisha and Carla was fighting, I think.
Yeah. And
I was in the kind of room, the corner team room myself, you know, and I was like, I thought I was going to be straight up after them, so I was like, shit, if they go 50 minutes, I need to be ready to go. So I was like doing my pacing around the room, running, trying to get warm, I was like punching the couches that was in there, like trying to like just kind of wake up and think. And I was like, fuck, this is the most important fight of my life, and I'm in here in my room, in the room myself, trying to warm up, punching pillows, you know. I was like, this is not good, but that doesn't matter, you know. You go into a fight and everyone's always got something wrong, or there's something not 100%, but I went into the fight, and the first round, Team Pettis told me to be aggressive and be first and stuff, and that's what I'd done, and it wasn't really working. And then the second round, they told me to be more kind of more rangy and controlled, and it was working. And then I took her down, but I think my corner team back home would definitely told me not to take her down, you know. She's very dangerous on the ground, and maybe they would have seen me put myself in that position and called me before I actually got submitted or that. But I mean, I'm not one for making excuses, and I feel bad for saying all that shit.
No.
Does it feel, it's a loss, but does it feel somehow different if it would be a professional loss, that somebody would see it on your record?
If it was a professional fight, it wouldn't have been a loss. You know, I'm pretty confident that if we rematch, then I will win that fight.
Do you want that rematch?
Yeah, of course. I respect her as a fighter. She's very good, and she deserves me at my best. So I wasn't at my best at that in that fucking house.
But you're having a hard time making 115. Is it 115 the strawweight?
No, you know, like I can make it, but I just like in the house it was like a week and a half, and my body hadn't recovered from the first time it made the weight, so it made the second time making it a lot harder. It was like not letting go of the water and stuff, and it was just because you shouldn't really cut that amount of weight like in 2 weeks.
Yeah, you barely see the weight cuts in The Ultimate Fighter. Why is that? You see them like once a season.
You don't see it?
No, they barely show it, right?
Yeah, they only show it if you're like
if you're having a real struggle, yeah.
Yeah, and this is the thing I don't understand about the whole Ultimate Fighter. Why do they not show more training and basically us cutting weight? You know, we could maybe educate people out there, and I think it would be good showing what we're eating and what we're training, although maybe that's why, because we weren't really training, you know. Luckily, if we were lucky, we were getting an hour and a half each session, and that's under training for me.
How's that? Is that something that they've done all the seasons, or was it something special for this season? Because usually you think that, okay, they're in the house and all they do is hang around a few hours, eat a little bit, and then train at least two sessions a day.
Yeah, we do take 2 sessions a day. It takes about 30 minutes to get to the gym. When you get in there, obviously there's a lot of hanging about, you're getting changed, and I was always ready to go, and then we would do a warm-up, and then it was pretty unstructured. Like, the coaches were kind of like, what do you guys want to do? And I mean, they had a plan, but it wasn't really, I mean, it's all for telly. It's all reality.
Okay.
Yeah. We have some viewer questions for you. Yasser have them, right?
Yes. The first one is from a mutual friend of ours, a guy who usually is hanging with me and Alex in Kimura, Cirkeln, Mehdi, the photographer.
Oh, yeah.
He's asking you, have you found any nice Jordans like mine lately? With Jordans, he's actually, of course, meaning Air Jordans, Nike.
His kicks.
I'll tell you, my last fight in Vegas, I went, after my fight, I went out shopping for some Jordans, and I mean, there must have been about 100, and I picked one pair, thinking those are the ones, So I got them, and then I went home to Scotland, and at the weekend I went into the store in town, and they had the same bloody ones. I was like so raging because I was thinking I got them in Vegas, no one will have them back home, and I went into the store and there they were up in the wall and they were on the sale. I was like, what? Out of 100 pair, I picked the wrong pair. But
so you have a pair of Air Jordans.
yeah, I love them. I'm trying to not buy so much crap, well, they're not crap, but I'm trying to think of the future and not be a shopaholic, especially on Jordans because they're quite expensive. But
Yeah, they are.
I mean, it's the only thing really I treat myself after a fight, maybe to a pair of Jordans or a nice watch. I got this as well.
What kind of watch is it?
It's Michael Kors.
Oh, Kors. Okay. The designer.
It was only a...
You're such a materialistic girl, man. You should come into Madonna's material.
I also thought about that. That's true. Can I get one?
That might be my my entrance song if I do my professional debut.
Which you will do?
The Madonna, Material Girl.
Yeah, you have to make this happen.
Well, if you promise to be in my corner, then I promise you to do my best to be ready for at least an amateur fight.
Okay, that's a promise.
Great. The next question
have
is
it on cam now.
yeah,
That's
it's gonna be on YouTube, and everything's on YouTube is true. Dorjilian Dave is having he got two questions. In what way, this is the first one, in what ways has your life changed since you got signed by the UFC?
It's not really changed a lot for fighter-wise. You know, you're in the cage, the octagon. It's just you and your opponent. You know, the UFC don't add in another opponent or anything, any surprises like that. So I would just say it's more the PR work, and they really push the PR in your profile, and they treat you really well. But obviously I've fought for Invicta, and I've had in Cage Warriors, and I've been pretty lucky that I've been around good promotions, and now this is just it's the highest level in MMA, so to be on that platform is the best part, and obviously everyone kind of wants to fight for the UFC.
Money-wise, is it easier to get sponsors, and you get more for every fight that you fight in the UFC than you did back in Invicta?
Yeah, completely. I get more sponsors, and obviously that's down to my management, Manos and Thomas. So yeah, grateful for they guys to look out for me, and because you know we don't make a lot of money, so everything in the sponsorship, all the bonuses is it helps a lot.
Second question from Dorjilian Dave. In light of the PED scandals, performance-enhancing drug scandals that have taken place over the last few months, is it a good thing that the testing is getting more serious, or should they instead allow PAD usage because it's practically impossible to stop completely? Cheers.
Yeah, and the way I'm feeling this week, I want to recover with that, yeah. But no, never. I'm totally against it. I think there's something wrong with your head if you need to take these drugs, and mentally for me, I just want to get through it and not. I mean, if you do a training session and you're like have to push yourself through it, then that's better than thinking, oh, I can just take this and I'll feel better, or I'm going to recover better. You know, having that in your mind, I would rather be like, I got through this myself, I didn't need any help. And of course it's not good putting all these stuff into your body. We're humans, and we're supposed to be natural, and I'm totally against it, and I think it's good that they're testing. And well, it's not good for the sport when all these people are failing the test, but I think it's good for the long run and for the future of the sport.
Do you think it's more common amongst male MMA fighters to use performance-enhancing drugs than it's amongst female fighters?
Well, no one's. I think there's been a couple of girls that's been tested.
Cyborg is the one that.
Cyborg,
Everyone,
she's the only one I can think of.
Yeah. But and then Gabriella, the huge girl who she hasn't done any MMA pro fights. She's only Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion.
Yeah, she's also a beast.
Pereira, right?
Yeah.
It's hard. Like, I mean, if you look at the girls in 115 division, there is a few girls that do look like guys, like six pack and all that. I don't know if you've seen me at a weigh-in. I never really have. I'm just lean. There's a six pack there, but it's like you would need to stand under the good lighting and stuff. But I mean, but some of the girls I know, like Tisha in the house, she was very vocal about that she's totally not on steroids, but a lot of people say she is, and it must be hard for her, because she says it's in her genes. So I mean, you don't know. Everyone's different. Some girls might have six packs through not having peds, but at least we'll know the girls that are in the UFC that they'll be getting tested. So we'll soon find out.
Okay. Peter is asking.
Can I ask a follow-up question first? I read before this show. I read an interview with you, and you said that you admire Anderson Silva and you really look up to him. Did this that happen? This subject that we talked so much about, did this change your opinion about him?
Yeah, because I'm totally against drugs, and it's hard because I did say that, and he was a great fighter, but for respect, I'm just like, nah, it's not good. We're in a sport, and I would hate for anyone to think, oh, it's okay, he's the best in the world, we must need to take peds, and then people follow in their footsteps, and it's not good. You should get to the level that you get to by hard work, sacrifice, and all the 5 things that I said. But I mean, it must have been hard for him. Obviously, he got that horrific injury, but there was no need for him to come back and fight. It was, and he used that to get back. So it's not worth it. And he's for respect. A lot of people will not respect him anymore just for that, because he thought he was trying to come back for the injury and stuff. He didn't really need to fight.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Great answer.
Do you think that Anderson Silva has used steroids or performance-enhancing drugs before, or was it just this time because of the accident and the?
I would hope it's just from the accident, because I mean, I used to look at him and think he's kind of similar body type to me. He's lean and he's long. He's not really he's not got a proper six pack. He's not like a bodybuilder. So I hope it was just for that injury. But I guess we'll never find out, and we'll never know the truth unless he tells us. Or in fact, he could say that he didn't, of course, but I don't know. You'll never find out the truth, I don't think.
No, I don't think that we'll ever know the truth. Peter is writing. I personally think that you were the fighter with the most potential in Tough House. Do you think it would have been a difference if you had a normal camp before the fight against Rose? You've already answered that. Fucking love your personality, Peter.
Thanks, Peter. Yeah, like even my performance with Emily, you know, I wasn't, although she didn't really fight me, but I think both my performances could have been better. I really like having confidence behind me, that I know that I've worked my arse off, and I know that confidence has come from my team, whoever's around me. So yeah, it was a big factor, but fuck it, it's done now.
Okay, I have one
Yeah.
more question, and then Alex has a special
You have to
question
ask.
for
You have to ask Nadim's questions.
Yeah,
He's gonna bug us otherwise.
you can ask her then after this
Yeah,
one.
of course.
Joanne is is writing this. I love your soft personality and looking forward to your next fight. What do you think about the Swedish female fighters? Are they far from reaching UFC level? What about Pani and Madeleine Wall? Will we ever see you fight them? If so, how will the fight turn out?
I've only
like 4 questions in the same.
yeah. I've trained with Maddie. Every time I've came to Sweden, actually, I've trained with her. She's a very good Thai boxer, and both of us come from a Thai boxing background. It's good to kind of spar together, but Maddie's got a few injuries now, so she can only box, which is kind of holding her back a little bit. But I mean, I don't know, it depends. Do they want to fight for the UFC? Do they want to fight MMA? They need to answer that question. But yeah, I enjoy sparring with all the girls at All Stars, and they always bring it.
If Madeleine would decide to go over to MMA, or I think she decided, but she had some injuries. But if she like put her mind to becoming an MMA pro, how long would you think that it would take for her to become a UFC fighter?
I mean, the UFC just signed someone that was like 1-0, you know, so I don't think they're being fussy.
3 months.
I would say like a year, you know, because you don't want to go in there and you really need to work on your takedown defense, your jiu-jitsu on the ground, but getting back to your feet and all that, because she's already got the background of a Thai boxer. I think she would be. It depends how quickly she picks up all the wrestling and stuff, but yeah, I would say a year just to be sure. But I'll ask her tomorrow.
Yeah, do it.
But she did tell me she's got a sore knee and stuff, so obviously that's a big. You need your knees for MMA.
Yeah. You need your knees for Thai boxing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Okay, Alex. Alex has a special question.
Yeah, I don't know the story behind this, but Nadim, our friend also from Kimura, he wrote this. You have to ask her about the carrot cake. How good is it, and how much punches do you have to take to get a taste?
Right, let's end this here. Now, I said on the season that. All right, okay. Emily and me were talking just before they announced that we would fight each other. So I was like saying that I was hungry, and she offered me 2 carrots. Who carries carrots? But anyway, I took them anyway because I was bloody hungry and we were all stuck in that gym. So then we got up and then Dana said that we would be fighting each other. And then on camera in the confession room I said, oh, she'll be wanting her carrots back. Maybe I can make her a carrot cake.
Okay.
Okay, so, and then everyone keeps on asking me if I made the cake or whatever. I did not make the cake. I ordered one in because she's vegan and she wanted organic or some shit like that. But I ordered one in, and like, because you know we get a request sheet, so you can request stuff. So I requested a vegan, friendly, farm-free bloody cake.
Are you good at in baking? You bake like cakes and stuff? I'm not asking you because you're a woman. I'm asking you because you said that you would make her a cake. So I'm just
calling me bluff.
yeah.
Nah, I don't really bake a lot, and I'm glad I don't because I'd probably be up at Rhonda's weight. But my mum makes good tablet. It's world famous.
Tablet, what's that?
It's like basically just cube of sugar, but it's like
Okay.
condensed milk. You have to stir it for an hour.
Is it a Scottish specialty?
Yeah, I'll bring it next time I come over.
Oh yeah.
You taste it.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay, Alex,
I also have a viewer question from myself that I got to think about now. Because UFC is having an event in Scotland later this year. Is it July?
July 18th.
And you're gonna be on there for sure?
Yeah, for sure.
Depending on injuries, maybe.
No.
Do you know if you're gonna headline or?
I've just touched wood here. I hope you don't jinx me, but yeah, I'm going to be on that for sure. I don't know if I'll be happy to be on the undercard. It's going to be awesome in my hometown, and yeah, I'd be happy to be main event, but I think it would need to be for something special. But either way, I'm just glad I'll be on the card.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't jinx you. Jinxes are not for real.
Okay, I have also a question then. You're facing Marianne, the Ukrainian fighter. I forgot her name. What was her name?
Morozov.
In April. And Kala, the reigning champion, strawweight champion, is facing Joanna. Yeah, whatever. I can pronounce that. At UFC 185. If you win without getting any injuries and Kala wins without getting any injuries, how big are the chances that we see a strawweight title fight in Scotland in July?
Ooh.
I think it would be more possibility it being Joanna to be in Scotland, because obviously Carla's from America, and I think they would want that fight in America, you know.
But how awesome would it be to have a first title fight for a long time? I don't think they've been.
Yeah, but she says if Carla loses, she maybe you do the fight with the opponent, Joanne.
Okay.
Yeah, because like Scotland, Poland, you know,
yeah,
it's
because
like
it's
European.
Europe.
Yeah, but the more, I don't think the UFC would have. I mean, and it's Carla. She's a champion. She would need to be coming into my hometown, and I don't know if they let that happen, or if she would like that to happen. Who knows? But yeah, that would be history in the making.
That would be really nice to see the first UFC event for a lot of years in Scotland with a Scottish fighter fighting for the title.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be it's on Fox Sports, so I think they must have something special lined up, hopefully. Whether it's me or just a really good card, so let's wait and see. Hopefully they start announcing some fights soon.
Well, I think me and Alex will cross our fingers for the great matchup for you. Hopefully the title fight in Scotland.
Me too.
No jinxes. Okay, no jinxes.
First though, April.
Yeah, 1st April in Poland.
First of all. Yeah, before we are done for today, me and Jasser have 6 quick questions for you. We do this with every guest. So, are you ready or not?
Are you ready or not? That's what I've done in the gym today.
Quick questions, not as quick answers maybe. You choose, your choice. Should I start off, Jasser?
Yeah, start off.
Would you still be fighting in the UFC if they used the same rules as in UFC 1?
Yes.
No rules.
Yes.
That's a hard word. Rules.
Yes.
You would?
Yes.
That was a strong yes. There were no doubts in that.
Yeah.
I'm bad.
Would you be like was it Hoyce who was pulling Kimo's hair? Do you remember that fight?
Yeah.
Would you pull somebody's hair if you had to win?
Okay, I'm not up for the whole pulling hair and fish hooking and stuff, but I'm all up for the like knee to the face and all that violence. Yeah, I'm all for that. Not pulling of the hair, especially when you've got long hair.
Okay. If you could choose to fight anyone, this is a Fight Club question. If you could choose to fight anyone, any weight class, any decade, anyone, who would you like to fight?
I would say like Anderson Silva because like obviously I looked up to him as his fighting style, and I think it would be cool to be in there and because you never know what he's going to throw and stuff. So as long as it would, I think he would knock me out, but it would be cool to be in there and say obviously I've been in the cage with Anderson and maybe I would learn something. You know, you always learn from a loss.
And you would go off from that fight, whether you win or lose, with a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah, Dana White, make it happen. Especially now he's a cheat.
Exactly.
Question number 3. Speaking of Dana White, if he would call you and said, Jojo, we have to change your nickname. It has to be more Scotland themed. You can choose from Loch Ness, Haggis, or Bagpipe. What would you choose?
So he's given me the option.
Yeah, 3 options. Yeah.
Did Dana come up with them?
Lorenzo did.
Did he?
Uncle Fertita.
Yeah.
I'll go for the first one, but I like Flower of Scotland. Because, you know, when I was like changing my Twitter name, I was like trying to think maybe something Scottish, and I put it to the fans, and someone said Flower of Scotland, and I thought that was pretty cool. But
yeah. That's better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dana White approves, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Haggis.
Have you played the UFC game before?
Yeah, I've played it a couple of times with Kevin, actually. Thomas's kids. I was rubbish.
Okay. In a dream fight, who would you see? Who would you put up to compete? Not you, just if you could choose 2 people to fight for a dream fight.
I would love to see John Jones fight Anderson.
So the red line here is thin red line is Anderson Silva. What would the outcome of the fight be, do you think? If you would see the best Anderson Silva against the best John Jones?
I think John Jones would win. It would probably be a decision win. Either way, one of them would win in decision, but I think John Jones would win. Just because, like, the year, you know, MMA is always evolving, and I think John Jones is good with that. But, man, I need to think of better fighters that have not been up to no good.
What if John Jones faced Cain Velasquez? What would happen in a heavyweight bout?
Oh, that would be an awesome fight. I think John Jones is just smarter, and I think he could maybe take it to the judges. He's got a little bit too much tools. But yeah, I would hope for Cain, obviously, because I don't like the way fans thing.
That wasn't even a question, it was just a side.
Who would you say?
Dream fight or
Cain and John Jones?
Yeah, Jones. I think Jones.
I think Jones too. I would hope for Cain because he seems to be a really cool and really nice guy. But Jones he's special.
Yeah.
With or without the cocaine?
Yes. Question number 5. This is not a quick question. What would happen if today's JoJo would face the JoJo that was debuting?
Making it pro debut.
Yeah, making it to pro in 2012. What would happen if those two were to fight?
The JoJo now would kick her arse. Every single fight I'm getting better, and that I love training. I'm always in the gym and I'm always learning, and I'm like an open book. I'm always open to ideas, and so I want to be improving as a fighter, and I definitely think from my first debut that I have got better, and that's a good thing for a fighter. You know, you have to get better and show different things. So yeah, she'd kick her arse.
Would it be TKO or would it be submission, or what would happen?
Submission.
What kind of submission?
Arm triangle.
Cool. The last question. A year from now, say March 2016, you've stayed undefeated. You've got the belt in strawweight, and Ronda Rousey is still the best bantamweight fighter. Would it be possible to see a super fight between you and Ronda in a catchweight?
Yeah. Yeah, that could definitely happen. Obviously, I would need to do some weights, and she would need to cut a little bit, but yeah, I'm up for all the challenges, and if I went through everyone in the 115 division, then I would be looking for a new challenge. So yeah, but I think she's a great champ, and I would be happy to share the octagon with her. Like what you says, you're not losing anything being in there with someone like a high caliber as herself.
Would you try to do a flying knee in the first seconds of the round?
What? That was not a flying knee.
What was it?
What that was?
It was kind of a flying knee.
That's a weird flying knee.
No, I would be disciplined, and I would keep my range, and obviously my team would come up with a game plan, but I would definitely not run at Ronda. She's dangerous, and especially with the flying knee, or whatever you want to call it.
That was the last question.
That was the last question. Thank you so much for letting us have you on the show.
No problem. Thanks for having me, and thanks Sweden for being awesome, and I love it here. And obviously I want to thank Taylor Events for bringing me over here. They flew me over, and Thomas has been a really good help. And the most important thing is my training and getting ready for my next fight. And thanks for everyone who's involved with it.
Joanne, before you leave us,
another question.
No, not another question. This is more like a statement. You have to put a ring on that wifey of yours finger, the Thomas, your wifey. Soon somebody else will find him and take him away from you.
Yeah, he's too good. But he's going to kill me.
You don't find that kind of girl everywhere.
No, he's even wearing my slippers.
Okay, say hi to everybody at the Thomas place from me.
Yeah.
And hopefully we will see you later, and hopefully we will see this dream fight in Scotland.
Yeah, and good luck in Poland, first of all.
Yeah, I'll see you guys soon, probably. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for being with us.
Thanks, guys.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank you. Bye.
Ciao. Nati, nati.
Twice, everything twice, told you.
Okej, Alex, det blev lite längre än vad vi hade förväntat oss.
Ja, men det får vara lugnt,
Fan vad dåliga vi är på engelska.
Ja, jag känner också det. Man får ju hjärnspöken, det är ju fan.
Jag vet inte, det känns som att det blir svårare när man pratar så här än när man pratar så här.
Jag tror också det, när man ser sig själv. Ja, faktiskt. Jag fick också den känslan. Jag vet, jag har hört dig prata engelska IRL också.
Detsamma. Och vi låter faktiskt inte, vi är inte så här dåliga. Vi är bättre än så.
Ja, men, det hade kunnat vara mycket värre.
De 6 snabba frågorna blev typ de 6 långsammaste frågorna.
Varför började du snacka om UFC-spelet mitt uppe i frågan?
Nej, jag vet inte. Först tänkte jag, alltså jag improviserade mina tre frågor. Och sen tänkte jag ställa frågan så här, men om du skulle få välja vara en tv-spelsfigur, vilken skulle du välja vara då? Tänkte jag så här, fan, tänk om hon inte ens spelar tv-spel. Så då tänkte jag, om jag frågar UFC-spelet, om hon säger ja, jag har spelat det mycket, då finns det stor sannolikhet att hon har spelat så här Street Fighter och Mortal Kombat och sånt.
Yes, vi får inte glömma att vi fortfarande är i sändning.
Ja.
Vi har Kimura Smileys åt er också. Och som vanligt Yasser, så
börjar vi med hat och slutar med kärlek.
Yes, vad har du för Kimura åt oss?
Kimura, vad ska vi ge Kimura till? Jag har faktiskt inte förberett mig någon.
Såret på näsan. Han som slog dig.
Såret på näsan, men
vad hände?
Jag är ju ganska nystående. Jag vet inte, det var egentligen inte smällen, men jag tror att det var kardborrebandet på handsken. Men det är faktiskt någonting som irriterar mig. Jag körde mot en kille som hade kört, jag vet inte, i alla fall längre än vad jag har gjort. Och sen kör han ganska tufft. Han kör ganska hårt. Och jag tyckte att det var jävligt dålig stil att köra så mot en kille som har kört 2 veckor. Och det värsta av allt var ju att han var typ så här, 17, 18, 19, något sånt där. Så jag kunde inte, jag kunde inte bara svinga och försöka knocka honom tillbaks. Det hade sett bara tragiskt ut när en 30-plussare försöker knocka en 18-åring. Men min Kimura går faktiskt till de som inte har överseende med att folk är nya och inte kör så hårt. Jag är absolut inte rädd för att säga när man sparras, men jag lär mig ingenting om jag ska börja svinga och om jag ska försöka träffa honom med slag som sänker honom. Men att försöka lära mig, hur schaffrar jag? Hur lägger jag upp kontringarna när han sparkar mig med vänster eller med höger fot? Så
det är ju exakt samma sak i submission wrestling. Om du möter någon som är ny så kör inte du.
Absolut inte, det är det sista. Jag försöker faktiskt undvika att låsa ut dem för att göra dem mer bekväma, att de inte ska vara rädda för att köra mot någon som är bra, utan lär dem sig basics. Tänk på underhooks, tänk på att vara nära kroppen hela tiden. För kör jag över mot en som är ny, som jag ska göra, så kommer han inte lära sig någonting. Då får jag en kille, i värsta fall får jag en person som lägger av och går miste om en bra sparringspartner om 2-3 år.
Yes, min Kimura har ganska egoistiska och också lite improviserade Kimuras och smileys här. Men min Kimura går faktiskt till mig själv för att jag har jobbat för mycket det senaste och jag hatar sådana som jag jobbar hela tiden. Och nu är jag en sån som alltid säger jag jobbar hela tiden. Och det förstör jag. Jag hänger inte med mal längre, jag hänger inte med i träning längre. Och det är bara Kimura på den.
Fan Alex, det är synd. Men du har ju eget företag. Hemmashoppen för alla som inte visste. Alla som vill ha vitvaror, brunvaror, svartvaror. Varor av olika slag kan gå och klicka in på hemmashoppen och köpa sig någonting. Fan, du borde ha något så här erbjudande. Folk som tittar på Kimura Cirkeln när du är med får 5, 10, 20% rabatt eller så här fint.
Ta det lugnt. Inte ens jag har dem bakom.
Tomtemössa då?
Tomtemössa, men de är slut. Du fick dem.
Men någonting Alex, vi kan väl erbjuda dem någonting så att de som tittar på det känner sig så fan.
Ja, men ja faktiskt.
De kan få en smiley från dig. Du kan nämna dem i kommande avsnitt.
Så här, nu är det en halvtimme kvar, nu börjar Alex köra sina smileys.
Smileys till Johan Karlsson, Angered, Mahmoud Mehdi från Malmö.
Yes. Yasser, smiley, vad går den till?
Smiley, det går faktiskt till thaiboxningen. Fan vad roligt det är att träna thaiboxning.
Jaha.
Jag tycker att det är sjukt svårt. Det blir så här kortslutning i hjärnan när jag ska sparka med vänstern. För jag kan inte det här med chaffra. För de som inte vet vad chaffra är, det är när man står med vänster fot framme och ska sparka. Då swishar man så att man har höger fot framme så man kan lägga vänsterben, sparka med vänsterben. Det är skitsvårt.
Frans Liwa har en jävligt bra han la upp en träningsvideo nu i veckan. Han gör det jävligt snyggt faktiskt.
Är det så? Ja, men jag tror väl att det är en så här grej som man får in i ryggraden efter några månader, några år man kan köra det. Och jag har faktiskt bokat in både Frans och Sanny Dahlbäck
för match.
Nej, för att köra veckans fighter. Och då kan jag fråga Frans om han har några
han är skitduktig på det.
Tips. Han började med thaiboxning innan han kom in i MMA. Och Sanny Dahlbäck är ju en av Sveriges absolut bästa thaiboxare. Knockade ju Sato och är den enda som har besegrat Sato via KO 2 gånger. Jävligt grymt. Det kommer bli jävligt roligt att följa dem, så får lite tips av dem att förbättra min thaiboxningsgame.
Jag fick faktiskt en fråga av en kompis häromdagen. Han Sanny Dahlbäck, är han bra eller? Det är så bara, han bara festar hela tiden. Jag kollar Instagram. Yes, min smiley. Också som sagt en lite egotrippad och självcentrisk smiley. Men jag måste göra en Swedish Top Team. Fy fan, vilket gäng alltså. Jag var efter några veckors jobbuppehåll så var jag tränare och bara fy fan man har saknat det. Vilka snubbar är där borta.
Jag berättar lite, fan jag har ju nytt gym i någonstans i Göteborg. Fan heter det?
Vad sa du?
Jag har ju nytt gym, berätta lite om det gym.
Jag har öppnat nytt i Kortedala nu och det var där jag var och tränade. Alltså jag satt kvar i 3 timmar tror jag efter träningen var slut och bara satt och snackade. Det är så jävla roligt nu.
Fan vad nice.
Bra gubbar på plats.
Goa gubbar.
Goa gubbar vet du. Börjar inte.
Nej, jag och Isabelle har börjat säga så här dialekter. Svenska dialekter. Jag ska försöka härma dem, det går åt helvete. Gotländsk gåta. Det var gotländska. Du ska höra min skånska. Det låter för jävligt.
Okej.
Marmelad.
Frågan är vilken som är värst för att höra den.
Vad?
Vilken dialekt är värst?
Att försöka sig på.
Nej, alltså vilken tycker Isabella att du är sämst på?
Jag tror gnällbälte. Fast när jag kommer ursprungligen från Örebro så är det jättesvårt med att prata gnällbält svenska.
Okej, avrunda detta avsnittet med gnällbälte dialekt då.
Babe, om jag skulle säga på gnällbälte dialekt, tack och hej då för denna vecka. Ja men säg, jag kommer inte kunna göra det. Tack för denna vecka. Fortsätt!
I Helsingborg.
Vad fan, vadå Helsingborg? Tack för denna vecka. Vi kanske lägger upp så här videoklipp. Invandrare försöker se på svenska dialekter.
Jag orkar inte.
Jag har skitsvårt, jag hör. Men när jag försöker få det här ljudet att komma ut ur munnen så kommer det inte alls.
Tack för denna vecka.
Var det gnällbälte?
Nej, det där var ju skånska. Det var ju så du sa.
Gnällbälte.
Vad är gnällbältet egentligen? Örebro?
Det är Örebro, Arboga,
Köping,
Närke och Västerås är väl också lite gnällbälte.
Okej, vi tackar på.
Tack.
Avrunda med norrländska då. Sista. Säg hej då med norrländska. Tack för den här veckan allihopa. Vi är tillbaka nästa torsdag. Har vi någon gäst? Färdig?
Jag tror att Mac vann UFC-fighten, finska UFC-fighten som gjorde sin debut och vann via Flying Knee. Vissa Katsingana kan kolla på det videoklippet och se hur man gör det. Han preliminärt bokat för nästa vecka.
Fan vad roligt. Jag har börjat följa honom på Instagram, det är riktigt roligt.
Ja, han är riktigt skön.
Yes, tack för idag allihopa.
Ska jag försöka träna på min gotländska lite bättre och bli bli en sån thai-boxare som kommer hem med blåmärken men kan skryta med, ja men du skulle se den andra killen. Look at his face.
Tack för den här
Tack för alla
veckan.
frågor.
Jättebra frågor. Puss och kram. Ses nästa
att du-
torsdag 20:00. Bam!
Unibet, det enda spelbolag som tar min sport på allvar.